So the debut episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix is in the books, but didn't live up to the hype. Let's talk about it. So before I get into all of that, I want to tell y'all, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I want to create a wrestling space, a non-toxic wrestling space where we can just talk, whether you agree with my opinion, whether you disagree with my opinion. I just want this to be a safe space. Let's just talk wrestling and let's just have fun, regardless if you agree with me or not. So hit that like button. Don't forget to share and subscribe. So let's get into this Raw on Netflix debut. So Monday Night Raw starts off with Triple H and his "Are you ready?" speech. He gives his typical speech like we all predicted. We kind of figured that Triple H was going to be the first person out there to hype up everybody. And I'm not hating it too much. It's just like, it's funny because at these big shows, the person that has to issue this new era is Papa H, Triple H. So he came out there like we all predicted, gave his speech, and then right after that, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson comes out. The crazy thing is, just thinking about this new era that they're trying to issue in. This is a new era. And the first two people we see are The Rock and Triple H. Yo, I instantly was laughing at that. Like, I'm just like, yo, where's the new era? But anyway, so the thing is, when Rock came out, he is babyface. All of a sudden, he's not healing it up. He's not the final boss that we knew from last year's WrestleMania. He's even dapping it up with Cody Rhodes. Wait a minute, what? When did they become cool? Did I miss something? All of a sudden, he's giving credits for Cody Rhodes and he's dapping him up, and Cody Rhodes is just accepting it. And they're off. What is going on here? What happened to the final boss from last year? This is weird, man. And then he gets on the mic and he's talking and he's saying like he's gonna pay attention to this next match, which was Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa for the the Ula Fala, but for the Ula. And he was gonna pay close attention to this match. So we thinking like, okay, all right, Rock is gonna come out. This is tribal combat. We already know with these tribal combat matches, it's not just a simple one-on-one match. You're gonna get a whole bunch of bloodline interference. You're gonna have babyface interference. You're gonna have one side group of people helping out it's just, you're gonna get a whole bunch of schmozzery when it comes to these matches. So we're kind of figuring like, okay, Rock is gonna come out or whatever. The match starts. We get the match. Like I said, whole bunch of schmozzery. We got Tama Tonga, you got Jacob Fatu, Sami Zayn, Jimmy Thug, Oos coming out. Even Kevin Owens comes out and gets into the mix, and then Cody Rhodes comes out. But the crazy thing is, Cody Rhodes is actually sitting at ringside, and he went to the back just to run out and have his music play. I don't know. That was funny to me too. When it was all said and done, Roman Reigns defeats Solo Sikoa with 2 spears, I do believe, and he gets the Ufalafa back. So he is the tribal chief. He is the only tribal chief. Now, what I've been thinking in my head recently is people was thinking that Jacob and Roman was going to possibly fight each other at WrestleMania. I'm thinking that Solo and Jacob is headed for a collision course, because there is no way that Jacob and Tama Tonga is going to acknowledge Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. That's not happening. Solo Sikoa let down Jacob. He let down Tama Tonga. I feel like they're gonna beat up Solo Sikoa, and they're gonna probably boot him out of the bloodline somehow, some way. I'm thinking the WrestleMania match is gonna be Jacob versus Solo Sikoa. Who's gonna be the babyface and heel? We shall see. But that's what my early predictions are going. I don't know as far as Roman Reigns. Maybe he's gonna fight Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre is the bloodline hunter right now at the moment. He's trying to take out everybody in the bloodline. He's probably going to save Roman Reigns for last. Another thing, Rock is in the ring with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. He takes the Ula Fala and he places it over Roman Reigns' neck, and that's it. There was no shenanigans. There was no rock bottom, no people's elbow, no spine buster, no punch, no slap, no nothing, no diss, no throat slash, no nothing. The Rock is cool with Roman Reigns, and apparently Bad Blood didn't mean anything when he came out and he did the 1, 2, 3 and the throat slash, and so none of that doesn't matter. Okay, you just pretend like it's okay. We on Netflix. We done forgot everything that happened beforehand. But there you go. Roman Reigns is the tribal chief. So the John Cena farewell tour officially kicks off. Oh my gosh, I started to get emotional just seeing this and hearing the music and him holding up the last time towel, and it's just like, it's really here, it's really here. John Cena, he's gonna be done after this year. He's gonna be done, but he runs down the ring, everybody's excited, thank you Cena chants, and he's talking about his losing streak, he's talking about chasing number 17. At first he was just like, I don't know if I can do it, I don't know if I can do it. And then he gets this idea, wait, maybe I can win the Elimination Chamber, or I can win the Royal Rumble. So John Cena is the first person, I do believe, to declare himself for the Royal Rumble, and that is my pick. I told y'all in a previous video, whatever match John Cena's in, that is my pick to win the whole enchilada, okay? He's my pick to win the Royal Rumble. If he's in the chamber, that's my pick to win the chamber. Whatever match he's in Wrestle, I want Super Cena. I want him to bury everybody. Yes, this is his last year. I want him to beat everybody. Know what I'm saying? But in all seriousness, it was good to see John Cena. I'm gonna cherish every moment, every promo, every segment that I have with John Cena, my hero for the last year. And yeah, we're in for one heck of a ride. The question is, who's going to be his first opponent, and who's going to be the person that's going to lose to John Cena, which makes John Cena breaks his losing streak, because I do believe the last match he won singles wise was in 2018 or something like that. That is a long time. But who will drop first? We shall see. So then we get the Women's World Championship match between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and my prayers were answered. Finally, after all of these months, Liv Morgan's title reign comes to an end. It is done, it is over. The match was okay, it was fine for what it was, but I just want to see the ending, okay? We done seen this match between Rhea and Liv. There was nothing too spectacular. It was a solid match, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't blow me out the water, but it was a solid match for what it was. The ending came. Of course, there was a little bit of shenanigans here and there, whatever the case may be, but Rhea Ripley wins with 2 riptides, and that's it. It's all over. Rhea Ripley is back on top, and we can now focus on her WrestleMania opponent, maybe Io or maybe Becky Lynch or somebody coming back. We shall see. The beauty of this whole thing is well, 2 things that happened, right? So Dum Dum tried to get in the ring and tried to hug Rhea Ripley and all of that stuff, and Rhea Ripley acted like she's about to hug him, and she kicked Dom and his Mysterios and gave him a riptide. Finally, this riptide that people was been waiting for, it finally happened. We just had to wait to Netflix. We had to wait almost a year for this riptide to happen, but it happened. She laid out Dominic Mysterio, and it was a cool moment. As she was going up the ramp, all of a sudden you hear a gong. And I'm just like, yo, wait, the Undertaker about to come out here and tombstone Rhea Ripley? Yo, I was just like, yo, is he about to come out while out? But anyway, he comes out on his motorcycle. I always loved that gimmick from the Undertaker, so it's good to see he really retired the other gimmick. He's no longer the dead man. But he retired it, and he's the motorcycle biker gimmick, which is, I love that gimmick. It was good to see him come around, and he had a moment with Rhea Ripley. They posed, they did the arm thing in the air, they stared at the camera. It was a cool moment, I ain't gonna lie. Rhea Ripley is a lucky person. Man, that moment, I would love to be in her shoes, doing that moment with the Undertaker and the posing and all that stuff. It was cool, man. It was fun. Up next is Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre, one-on-one match. Jey Uso's entrance, spectacular as always, but I think Travis Scott kind of stole the attention in the beginning of the entrance because of something that he was holding in his hand. Not gonna say too much, but y'all saw what he was holding. That, I think that was the first time I ever saw something like that on WWE television. We are officially in a new era. I don't think I've ever saw something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Jey Uso's entrance, spectacular as always. It was fun. I was in here yeeting in my living room. It was just a good vibe, good energy. Good to see my boy Jey Uso on top. To me, he's my favorite wrestler at the moment. He's just, to me, nobody brings out that emotion, that funness, that coolness other than Jey Uso. He's just like one of the guys, man. Just that favorite cousin, man. That's cousin Jay to me. But he's just like that favorite cousin that when you find out he's coming through to the barbecue, it's like, yo, you know it's gonna be good vibes. That is Jey Uso, man. But anyway, one-on-one match between Drew McIntyre. I ain't gonna lie, it was one of the weaker matches of the night. Jey Uso wins with a surprise pin, and he pins Drew McIntyre. And the weird thing is they just cut straight to the next segment, which was very weird and abrupt. But there you go. Jey Uso defeats Drew McIntyre. Where does that go? Maybe Drew McIntyre will hunt Jey Uso down again until he gets a W. That's where I see this is going. So then we go to the most awkward moment of the night. Hulk Hogan with Jimmy Hart. And Hulk Hogan's coming out. He's doing this, "What you gonna do, brother?" promo. And he is getting booed, like awkwardly booed. Like awkwardly. It was very bad. Like it was heavy boos. I think that was about 95% of the audience that was in it, like booing. And he was trying to say like, the partners, my greatest partners are the fans, brother. And they're just booing him, and they're just saying like, we're not buying into this "what you gonna do" shtick like you do all the time. It was very awkward. WWE, I don't know about bringing Hulk Hogan back anytime soon. It's not a good look because nobody wants to see him there. I remember being in Tampa for that WrestleMania when the first WrestleMania in Tampa when he was hosting with Titus, and he was booing him then. But this tonight was really awkward. It was very, very, very awkward. And I don't know what y'all do about Hulk Hogan moving forward. So up next is the highly anticipated main event, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, the match that was supposed to take place at last year's WrestleMania, but it didn't happen due to CM Punk's injury. The match was solid. I enjoyed it. I think this probably was the best match of the night, especially like getting towards the end. Like Seth Rollins threw everything. He was hitting him with GTSs. There was curb stomps. He hit him with 2 pedigrees, and CM Punk kept kicking out. He kept kicking out of everything. And when it was all said and done, CM Punk hits one GTS out of nowhere, and then Seth Rollins just falls on CM Punk's shoulders again, and then another GTS, and then there you go. CM Punk defeats Seth Rollins in a great main event. For the first main event in Netflix history, I would say this is a good one. If it wasn't going to be a title match, a heavyweight championship match, I think you sent the best 2 workers to put on a great main event. And this rivalry is just getting started because there's no way that Seth Rollins is just going to take this on the chin and just accept that he lost to CM Punk clean. There you go. The first main event in Netflix history is in the books. It was a solid one. So what do you think about Raw on Netflix? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the show? Do you think it was a great start to this new Netflix era? And what would you rank it? What was your favorite match? What was your favorite moment? Let your boy know. Remember, we're trying to create a safe, non-toxic space for wrestling on this here platform. So tell everybody what we trying to do over here and join the crew, whether you agree with me or not. And I'm not saying that just to be some ego person, but I just want it to be good energy, good vibes, and let's just have fun. Let's talk some wrestling, and let's just have fun and be about this whole wrestling thing, all right? So until the next video, your boy the Wildcat, J. Troy, you know the vibes, is out.